Man, all of these mobs are driving me insane. I wish there was a way to just flip a lever and make them all disappear at once. Oh wait, there is. Using a machine called a mob switch. Now, if you don't know what a mob switch is, it's just a switch that turns off the mobs. Duh. And it works by moving mobs into these spawn chunks, which are always loaded into the game no matter what. Don't ask me how it works. I don't know. But they're actually not too crazy complicated to build, but we have to do some things first. First, we have to locate our spawn chunks, and thanks to the mini HUD mod, we can do that with the push of a button here. So I have a bunch of gray concrete here, and we're just gonna make a tiny little wall around this red border. Next, what I want to do is I want to make this area completely flat because in the future, I might want to use these spawn chunks for something else other than just the mob switch. And I also want to have a bunch of beacons to make digging easier. So... Alright, first we can start by completely deforesting this place. Alright, next what we need to do is just flatten this entire area out, so we might as well just... Okay, yeah, this took a little bit too long. But wait, I have an idea, actually. Let me grab some materials really quick. Now I could just fly up here and place this down. Now this should just do the rest of the work for me. Now I was gonna insert this really cool time lapse here, but I fell asleep. And because I have an SSD for ants, it got maxed out and crashed my game, corrupting the time lapse. So like and subscribe so I can afford to upgrade my garbage PC. Okay, well that worked pretty well actually. Now let's clean up the gigantic mess we made by covering it up with dirt. But first I have to replace all the beacons because they kind of got blown up. So yeah. Okay, now we can repair the wall and place all the dirt. And I'm already out of dirt, so let's go... Oh no, there's a raiding party here. This might actually be good because I'm pretty much out of totems. This is the last one I got. So if you don't mind, let me really quickly... Now I need to find a village. Surely there's one nearby, right? Here we go, here's one. Now I'll just take these guys out pretty quick. I lost my chest plate a long time ago, so I don't have full protection, but I think I'm skilled enough to pull through. Now you better have some good loot. Okay, back to getting dirt. Okay, this should be enough for now. Now we can finish filling out the floor. Yeah, now I gotta get rid of this giant lava cast. I think if I just build up here... Oh no. Yeah, I think we want to avoid that. If I slowly go up here, don't fall. Pretty sure it's just one lava source. Yeah, okay, I think we're good. I'll also take care of this middle part as well. Alright, now we finish the grass. Okay, now we can start work on the mob switch itself. And there's a couple different ways to build this, but I'm gonna go with the way that I think is probably the easiest. So let's get some materials for our villager breeder first. Okay, now we just build it. Now we just need 2 villagers. I highly doubt there's any villagers left here. Yeah, I think they're all dead. But there's another village close by. Here we go, here's one. Get him in a boat. Now we just take him back to base. So there's only a couple ways you can make a mob switch. You have to use a mob that doesn't despawn, but also counts towards the mob count. And the only mobs that do that are withers, elder guardians, shulkers, and zombified villagers that have been previously traded with. And as you've likely already guessed, we are using the villager method. So we basically just trade with a villager, turn it to a zombie, and then load it into the machine. Okay, there we go. Okay, now that we have our villagers, I need to create a design for the mob switch. This redstone contraption was really the first one that I felt confident I could design on my own. So I jumped into a creative world and built a little mock-up, and I think it works pretty well. Okay, now that we have a design, we can start getting the materials. We don't actually need too much stuff. The hardest part isn't going to be building it, it's going to be putting the zombie villagers in. So let's go get everything. I'm pretty sure I already have all of it in storage. Okay, so I have most of the stuff, but I am missing dispensers and glass. So let's go get a bunch of sand first. That scared the hell out of me. Now we can get the dispensers. Okay, now that we have all our materials, we need to build the mob switch inside this box here. And this mountain's kind of partially in the way, so... Okay, this is pretty good. Now we can start the first layer. I had to build one layer at a time so I could load in the zombie villagers as I went up. Okay, so that's the first layer of the mob switch done. Now we have to add a little extra something to the villager breeder, because for this thing to work properly, these guys need to be first traded with and then converted into zombified villagers. Otherwise, they'll just despawn and then, you know, the whole thing doesn't work. So we need to get all of these materials first. All right, now we build on our upgrade. Now I just need to get a zombie. There we go. Then after we push a minecart through there, this guy should take this job. And if he doesn't, just reset the piston. There we go. Take some emeralds, quickly trade with him. I did not mean to trade that much. And then send him on his way into the killing chamber, where he can then be converted into a zombie. Now I just repeat that until I have 70 of these guys. And then we can put them all inside of the mob switch. So I AFK'd for a couple hours to get enough zombies. Okay, now I need to start loading the zombies into the switch one by one. If we do it like this, now I should just be able to do this one at a time. Push this here. Oh, I did not consider this part, and it didn't work anyway. All right, well, that's -1. All right, let's try this again. Okay, surely it'll work this time. All right, come on, come on. All right, this is kind of working. Oh, shit. Okay, now I put this here, put a block there, and a block here. Okay, this should work. Shit, come on. Okay, this time for sure. I think this is right. How is this even possible? This is the only spot I can kick him out, and it doesn't make any sense. I think I figured out the issue. Okay, very, very last try. Okay, I think I got it down. After a million attempts and fails, I finally got a strategy that worked, and now all that was left to do was build up the mob switch layer by layer until we were done. Okay, now we give this thing a test, see if it works. Flip this, everything moves into position, and we'll head to main storage to see if it works properly. Okay, this isn't looking too good. I don't understand. It's lined up properly. So after a little bit of research, I found out that apparently once the mobs pick up loot, they no longer count towards the mob cap. And if we take a look here, a lot of these guys are holding concrete blocks. This guy's holding a minecart, concrete block. Yeah, so basically the way I solve this is by... Now I just slot these guys in and it should work. Alright, all of the zombies that were messed up have been replaced, so let's test if this thing works. Push these two buttons, the system is active, and we'll head back to main storage to see if it's functioning. Alright, moment of truth. Is it working? Fly down to the dark, and... yes, it's working. I don't see any mobs. Awesome. Thank God. Okay, now that we know this thing works, the next step is to decorate it, because it's kind of an eyesore just out in the open. Not really the prettiest sight to look at, so let's get some materials. First, I need a bunch of green and cyan concrete. I also need blue, gray, and black concrete. Now I need a bunch of green terracotta. Now I need cyan concrete powder and blue wool. Last, I need polished deep slate blue, concrete powder, and mud. Okay, so with these materials, what I want to build is a exact replica of a zombie statue that covers this thing. And then I want to have like these magical obsidian spikes taking over the thing. And it's kind of like the magic is the thing that's making the mobs not spawn, I guess. I don't know. I'm not the best storyteller. But let's start building the legs and then the torso. I need these blocks here, these ones, some of these. All right, let's go. Okay, so that's the torso. Now we need to do the two arms next. All right, that's one arm, looks pretty good. Now we just do one more. Okay, we're almost done. Last, we gotta do just the head. So let's really quickly... Okay, now I need to add in the obsidian spikes and all the decorations, but first I need to take down this villager breeder. So we'll do this really quick. Okay, now for the decorations, we need to get first a bunch of obsidian. Next, I need a bunch of crying obsidian, which I can get by trading with piglins. So let's go get some gold. Okay, so first I'll put these spikes that kind of protrude out from the bottom of the zombie, kind of like it's holding it in place, and then we'll see how that looks. Okay, this is kind of a rough start. Let me reset it really quick. This might take a minute. Okay, let's try this again. Okay, I think this is a pretty good start. Next, I want to put like some spikes going down a little pathway here leading to the portal, but I need some more obsidian. So let's go knock down an end pillar really quick. All right, now we just build this. Okay, next I want to do like a winding pathway with a shovel that goes all the way to the mob switch. Okay, now I need some bone meal and a bunch of saplings. All right, next we'll plant everything. Okay, the last thing I want to do is put in some beacons at each of these spikes just to kind of add some extra flair to this site. So let's do that really quick. And with these beacons in place, looks really good. And now our mob switch is completely done.